Good evening, this is Darnold from Porsche of Ocala. Just wanted to make a quick video here for you on a 2018 Porsche Panamera. This particular one is an agate gray metallic, the agate gray interior. This does have the 20-inch sport design wheels, which look amazing on the vehicle. Panamera went through a huge change in 2017 with the body as well as the engines and some of the additional options that you can actually get with the vehicle now. So starting up front, you have sharper lines on the hood, make the body look a little bit more aggressive. It makes the body lines a little bit more pronounced. The upgraded headlights from the previous generation are now the standard. So you get the LED daytime running lights with 4 points with an LED headlight. Parking sensors in the front and rear are now standard. Everything with Porsche is functional, so these vents allow for air to travel around the car. This vehicle has entry and drive. With the previous generation, if you had entry and drive, you'd have to, wouldn't have to put the key in the ignition. You can just leave it in your pocket, put your hand inside the door handle for the sensors to unlock, and you can touch the outside to lock it. This generation, the actual portion where you don't have to put the key in the ignition is now standard, but the entry and drive is still the upgrade. So you have the ability to unlock the car from the handles. Plus, with the tailgate, there's a button so that you can lock the tailgate and the car after you're done taking everything out and unloading. You do have the active aerodynamics, so the spoiler comes up on its own. Plus, there's a way that you can do it inside the PCM. We'll get to that once we get into the vehicle. You have a new taillight design, so you got the 3D effect and a strip going across the back. You have the twin exhaust pipes to give it that very sporty look that the Porsche is known for. Power tailgate is standard. You can fold the seat down so you can get extra space. You do have a privacy shade here that's very easy to remove. It's a very deep trunk. So the Panamera is stylish and practical. And like I said, you have two buttons here. One to close the hatch as well as program the height, and the other one to lock the vehicle after you're done closing the hatch and unloading the car. The roof option has changed, so now the panoramic roof is available on the Panameras. On the inside, you have a shade in the rear as well as in the front that can be controlled from the back here. So the rear passengers can actually use a toggle that's in the back to open up the shade that's in the rear, and then the driver or passenger in the front of the vehicle can operate through both shades, but the one roof that opens will be the sunroof up front. Very nice design here, so the seats are kind of sloped down to give you a little bit of space. The Panamera has bucket seats all around. Driver and passengers are all going to have a very similar level of comfort and space. You have a touch screen when you get the 4-zone climate control, which this vehicle is equipped with. So the touch screen in the rear allows you to control your vents. You can see the controls down here will control the temperature. And you have your heated seats in the rear, and this is the toggle that I mentioned for the screen for the roof. It does have the 14-way seats with the memory package, so on the driver and passenger side you do have a memory function. This vehicle is also equipped with the lane change assist. It's right here on the inside of the mirror, that way it's in your peripheral, and this will light up and you control the brightness of this when someone's in your blind spot. Going into the car, you still have 5 gauges just like you do in the 911s and the previous generation Panameras. The only difference is The two displays here are digital on the outside, so you can scroll through and see a couple different options here. And then the display on this side is also digital. So you can the map screen is a lot larger than it used to be. It's now a 7-inch display. The PCM is a lot larger than it used to be. The last PCM was a 7-inch display. Now you've got a 12-inch display that has a proximity sensor, so once your hand gets close to the screen, the necessary options will pop up on the screen. You also get a dual screen due to having a larger screen, or you can do it as a full screen. You can customize certain screens to change the layout of how everything is there. Instead of having all the keys like in the previous generation, instead of having all the hard buttons, now it's a touchpad. It's a very elegant and modern look. But you get feedback, which is really nice. So if you press the button, you'll actually feel when you actually press the button. The transmission has changed now. So this car now puts down the power through an 8-speed double clutch transmission. Very simple to operate. There's a button on the front of the shifter here. You pull it down, and now you're into drive. Push it over to the left. You got your manual mode. And since it is a double clutch, it's just very, very smoothly and very quick. And then the button back here is how you're going to put the vehicle back in park. So when you go to the car menu, you can see your different driving modes. The individual mode is now a standard option, so you can customize how you want the car to be in the individual mode. For example, if you want the engine in the normal mode, you want to deactivate your automatic start and stop, and then put the chassis in the sport mode, and go back and press and hold individual. Now configuration has been saved. Very simple to operate. Porsche is very big on simplicity, making everything as easy as possible to operate. You can control your assist systems from here, from this screen. As a standard option with this, you get the Porsche Connect Plus. So you'll get an application that you can download on your phone that'll create a link between your phone and the vehicle, as well as having Apple CarPlay. So if you have an iPhone, you just plug your phone in, and then the information from your phone will be transferred to the vehicle so they can use the maps from your iPhone. You can see your text messages, have them read back to you, and you can actually answer by voice, as well as having access to your music and phone options. And then you also have your Bluetooth as an option as well. You also get the ability to have applications on the radio now. So now you can check for parking, you can check the weather. And this is all standard on the new Panamera. Very simple, again, to operate. You still have the elegance that you had in the previous generation. A very spacious interior. And here's how you can see the two roofs. So one-touch power shade for the front and rear. Okay, let's go outside and take one more look at this vehicle. So the new engine for the Panamera is a 3-liter V6 turbocharged engine. Produces 330 horsepower compared to the outgoing model, which was 300 horsepower. So you're getting quite a jump. The power delivery is definitely different due to being turbocharged. Again, this is Darno from Porsche Vocala. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I'll speak to you soon. Thanks.